What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the Crypto Vet. Thank you so much for tuning back in, and as you guessed, today is the giveaway. Today is also the weekly candle close. Lots of news going on. Way too much for me to cover in just one video, but I will either make another video today on the Bretton Woods renegotiation and the IMF, or I will just try to cover it on Twitch when it's more of a conversation. So if you want to join me for that, I will be streaming live today starting at 6 p.m. so that way I can Central Standard Time, that way I can cover the weekly candle close. Maybe something crazy will happen and we can cover that from there. But as always, thank you so much for the support. Please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. This is time sensitive content if you want to get this really fast. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, this is the best place to get stuff really quick from me. As you can see, I post different news articles when my videos come up, like this one was the giveaway. So if you just wanted to come in, didn't have time to watch the video today, you're going to catch it tomorrow, you could just leave a comment. You're still entered in the video, and I will message you or try to contact you if any way possible. And also, I actually bought my first NFT yesterday, well actually this morning at around 5:30 a.m. and it was an NFT from Ivan on Tech, and this is something that I really liked. I've watched him for about a year now, and he always says, make sure you wear your big boy pants. Big boy pants required. So I bought this NFT for him. Yes, it was very expensive in my opinion. It cost me 1 ETH to buy this, and ETH is currently $375, but I think it's really good for anybody entering the crypto space because big boy pants are required. It says your pants, your coins, your gains. It's your fucking responsibility. So if you're into this space, make sure you bring your big boy pants. And now that I wasted 1 ETH on an NFT, I have my big boy pants on. So really cool for me. I don't really plan on reselling it. People are already trying to sell it for 2 ETH because there was a limited supply. I think there was 150 of these. This is his second edition. The first generation is a red version, and it gives you plus 10 intellect and stuff for trading. This one gives you minus 10 FUD, so that way I'm better with the fear and uncertainty and doubt. So it's really hitting me close because I'm a gamer and a big ass nerd. So I just wanted to show you guys this. Really cool in my opinion. But let's go ahead and get started on CoinMarketCap. So right now we're seeing a little bit of gains, 1%, 2%, not big. Bitcoin's looking to test that 11.5 resistance again. Let's see who our biggest gainers are. We have UMA and Lend over 20%. And let's see who our biggest losers. Filecoin, like I was mentioning before, it was like basically their first sell of the coin. There's always going to be a dump. Will it go up again? Usually they have new price discovery, but how long does that take? Who knows? So maybe not the best thing to enter at this moment. But let's head to the weekly candle chart on Bitcoin, where we can see we are testing the top of this support line, and we're also hitting a resistance line, also hitting that 11.5 resistance. Now, right here, it's a lot of people are getting bearish because we're closing. We could potentially close this candle below that resistance. Well, yes, it's bearish for here in the short term, but in the very long term, we're above this 10.5. We're still outside of the initial 2.5-year symmetrical triangle, so we are in good territory. So we just need to see what happens. From here, we have a potential cross on the MACD coming up. MACD is a lagging indicator, so once we see this cross and actually bullish confirmation, we could be up here at 13,000. So take that into consideration anytime you're looking at the MACD. Also, good examples of the MACD being a fool. If you can see here, it looked like we were going to come down and have a bearish cross. It said nope and came up. So always remember that it's a lagging indicator. These are oscillators that are just based off of buying and selling, and as the price moves, it's just going to ride that wave and tell you what happened previously. So let's go ahead and go down to the daily here, and we can see that we're getting really close to trying to break out of this resistance. However, we're not having much volume to support this back. This volume is highly decreasing, and we have to have volume, otherwise there's no way it's going to go up. So right now we're in a waiting, and this waiting is due to all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the world, which is why I bought my big boy pants, to make sure I'm okay and not have to worry about that. But where do we go from here? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see if we get rejected here and come down to retest this lower support at around 11.1, which would also put us on top of our daily exponential moving average, and we're way above our weekly, and we have lots of support below. So for right now, we're still in the waiting game. If you did want to enter a trade right now, it'd be a risky one, but something that could be put in that would still be minor or kind of safe is if we entered in right now, which is kind of at the top. you put your stop loss above this little wick here, and you could ride it down to about there. This is still putting you at about, let's see, 1 to 5. You know, this is not the best trade ever. If you wanted to make it a little safer, you could bring this really far down to the top of this second candle wick here, because this is the daily, and try to get it down there, and you can still get maybe a 1 to 3, which is where I'm more comfortable doing trades in the short term. So that's one option. The next would be to go the opposite of this, and that would be to long. So if we bought in here, you would put your stop loss right below that exponential moving average, and you could long to probably around 12.8, and that's just going to put us back up to above our previous resistance and give you a nice long. However, I said I would still wait because there's a lot of fear and uncertainty in the world, but we'll have more information. I can come up with a whole new plan once we get this weekly candle close, because then we can see if we're going to try to stay above this or below this in the next week. So moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum on the weekly is looking really bullish. We went below our moving average. We went above it with a hammer candle, and then we have stayed above it with like almost like a little doji candle. If Ethereum could close this candle at around right where it's at or a little higher, it's most likely going to be more bullish and continue going upwards. But again, this all relies on Bitcoin and what it does. So we'll finally finish here on XRP. XRP is doing the exact same thing as Ethereum. As you can see, we went below, we crossed over our moving average, but instead of staying above it, XRP went down to retest the weekly. So if I zoom in on that, you can see we come right down to the weekly. Well, when XRP does this, XRP tends to like to confirm. It tends to be a little bit behind the other cryptos, a couple days, sometimes a week behind, before it then follows the rest from there. So I'm very bullish on XRP. I did have what was a little head and shoulders pattern here on the daily, and it's a little more prominent here. I called it with this being the right shoulder, and I said to wait here. Good thing we waited, because we were rejected, but now it looks like we're forming what could be like another shoulder. I said I'm doing these in my head just because this is how XRP has been in my history of working with it. So if this is the case, then it just took like a little extra bit of time, and then it can go off. And if that's the case, we could see a 30 to 34 cent XRP by the end of the week. I know, it's crazy, right? But again, just wait and see. I long XRP more than I shorted, and I actually hold way more in my bags to just not mess with it at all. All right, so this is just going to all depend on what happens in the world. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the International Monetary Fund is now talking about renegotiating the Bretton Woods Act, and this was back in the 40s. This was just during World War II, trying to bring the big economies in the world together on one type of financial system, so that way there was no devaluing of other currencies between different countries, as well as making it just a more beneficial financial system for everyone. Well, system was backed by the US dollar and gold. Well, in the 70s, I think it was the 70s, we went away from gold being the back due to Vietnam, inflation, so many things. So Nixon X that shit out, and we have been trying to figure out a better solution. 2008 we tried to renegotiate some more, and now here we are in a huge financial crisis after a pandemic. So there's a lot of things that could happen if this renegotiation, what if crypto's involved and things like that. So I'm reading more and more into it. All I know is that they're talking about getting back into it, and somebody asked me what the hell was Bretton Woods. The Bretton Woods is just the location in New Jersey where they had the conference, and it was in July, I think, of 40. When was Dad born? My dad was born in 45, so somewhere around there, 1944, 45. It was like a whole month of July. They deliberated on this and pretty much came to the conclusion that this is going to be best for the economy, and went from there. So I'll be going over all of that in my Twitch stream later today, so please, all the links are in the description. Come hang out. And someone brought up a really good point, like your Twitch streams are more video game related. They are 100% video game related right now, because I don't have anybody there. It's, I have a couple close buddies who I'm playing video games with while I'm streaming, and if you don't come in and say like, hey, I want to talk about crypto, I don't even know that you're in the lobby. Twitch isn't very good as working with Streamlabs and all the software I have to use to let me know that somebody's actually in the lobby. I don't know if you're there, so make sure to say like, hey, Crypto or Harry, whatever, like I got a question about this, or I have a question about that. And at that point I will stop video games because I like crypto more. But in the meantime, I use video games to just kind of relax. So just be sure to let me know that you're in the lobby or in the stream, and I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions and go from there. But let's go ahead and pick a winner. I'm going to pick 2 winners for 50 XRP each. We have a new one? Okay. Oh, and thank you all for all the spam comments on my videos, for those little people from their Telegram groups who don't exist. Appreciate that shit. But that's not already, I already picked the 22 on here. So it had 22 unique comments from the video, so let's go ahead and see who wins. Drum roll. Matthew Thomas, great content, sir. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And you are a winner of 50 XRP. So I will send you a message on YouTube, specifically to this YouTube account that did the comment, because we had people who were trying to duplicate other people, especially someone who was my close friend. So obviously you're not them. But Matthew, I will send you a message on YouTube, and let's pick one more winner. I won, Crypto Vet. Woo! I got 50 XRP. Let's do one more. One more. Mr. Chungus, I know you're in stream with Bull Monkeys right now, and I bet you are super excited that you won some XRP, so I will go over how you can get that in the stream. So thank you to everyone who's been supporting me. I really appreciate it so much. And I'm going to keep trying to make as much content in the course as quickly as I can. And please just leave your comments. Tell me what you do or don't like about everything, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.